Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are going to continue our session based on the chapter networking concept, and today's topic is wireless and mobile computing. In the last session we discussed about networking devices. There are different networking devices. One is a modem, RJ45 connector, Ethernet card, hub, switch, repeaters, bridge and gateway. These are the devices what we discussed in the last session. And today's session we are going to discuss about wireless and mobile computing. What is a wireless? Wireless refers to the method of transferring information between computing device. For example, if you want to transfer the data, in a computing device means such as personal digital assistant or personal data assistant is a PDA. Normally we can say PDA or mobile. Simply we can think as a mobile. That is one mobile computing device or computing device. In that computing device, if you are going to transfer the data, in a computing device, if you are going to transfer the data through wireless technology or without using any physical connection, if you are going to transfer the data in a mobile computing device or in a computing device, that actually known as wireless. And what is a computing device? Computing device means any devices, either mobiles or PDAs or also laptop. Also laptop we can say is a computing device, or we can say the data source, or we can say the database server, anything. That is actually the computing device. So what is a computing device and what is wireless means? Wireless refers to the method of transferring the information between computing device such as a PDA and data source, or we can say the database server without using any physical connection. Without using the physical connection, if you are going to transfer the data in a computing device, then it is known as wireless. The wireless communication is a simply communication without use of landlines, means wired network. Without use of any wired network, if you are going to transfer the data or data communication happens means, then it is known as wireless communication. This may involve cellular telephone. You can use a cellular telephone or two-way radios. Also we can use two-way radios or fixed wireless or any fixed wireless technology we can use, or laser beams, or sometimes using a laser light. By using laser light also possible to transfer the data, or we can use a satellite communication. These are the methods involved in wireless communication. These are the methods involved in wireless communication. Means we can transfer the data. We should transfer the data without using any physical connection. Next, mobile computing. Mobile computing means that the computing device is not compulsorily connected to the base network or central network. Means mobile computing means any system. If we take any system, that system should not be connected to central or network. If not always, not compulsorily connected to the network, not required always, or you can connect if you want. If you want, we can connect the device to a network, but if you are not connected also, that is comes under mobile computing. Mobile device include PDAs, personal data assistants, or you can say the mobiles, or you can say the computers, anything, any device. If you connected to internet, or if you are not connected to internet also, that actually known as mobile computing. For example, any operation if you performed on a mobile or a laptop or PDAs, then that actually known as mobile computing. The next one is GSM. GSM is the short for Global System for Mobile Communication. GSM is a global system for mobile communications, which is one of the leading digital cellular network or cellular systems. In a cellular network, we are using the GSMs. The GSM standard for digital cell phone was established in Europe in the midst of 1908s. In 90s, normally you can say in the 90s, GSM was established. GSM uses narrowband TDMA. I'll explain what's TDMA later. It uses narrowband TDMA, which allows 8 simultaneous calls on a same radio frequency. If you use a GSM, or if you use a telephone lines or telephone, or if you use a smartphones, then if you want to make a call, we have to use one wireless technology, that is radio waves. We have to use radio waves for transfer the data. Normally we will use the radio waves. So in radio frequencies are required. But if you use a GSM, it allows 8 simultaneous calls. 8 calls we can call or make in a same radio frequency. In the same radio frequency, we can make 8 calls. Not one, 8 calls can be possible. TDMA is a short form for time division multiple access. TDMA means it is a time division multiple access, a technology for delivering digital wireless service using time division multiplexing. Using the time division multiplexing, I am not going to explain what is a time division multiplexing. That is not there, or is beyond to scope of your textbook. I am not going to explain what is time division multiplexing. Means remember that it uses the service of time division multiplexing. TDMA works by dividing the radio frequency into time slots. Remember, TDMA works based on the dividing the radio frequency into time slot, then allocating the particular slot into multiple calls. Means TDMA dividing the radio frequency in time, or 8 time slots, dividing into TDMA into 8 time slot, and each time slot is given for 1 call. So 8 call can be done. In this way, signal frequency can support multiple and simultaneous data channel. So it is supporting for multiple and simultaneous data channels. Next one is a SIM card. SIM is a subscriber identity module. Subscribers identity module, SIM. It's a chip or it's a card. We can say it's a chip card. The size of the first class postage stamp. Normally post will be there, that size. Nowadays it is micro SIM is there, and also mini SIM also there. SIM is a computer chip that gives cellular device its own unique phone number. It is a chip that gives connected to a cellular device, it's with the unique phone number, contains unique phone number. It has memory 16 to 64 kilobytes or KB. It has memory 16 to 64 KB and processor and ability to interact with the user. These are the uses of SIM. Next one is the CDMA. It is code division multiple access. Code division multiple access. The digital cellular technology that uses the spread spectrum technology. It uses in spread spectrum technologies. CDMA is a form of spread spectrum, which simply means that data is sent in a small pieces. See, in case of TDMA, it is time is dividing. We are going to divide the time slot is dividing when you are sending the data. But here data is sent in small pieces. We are dividing the data itself. We are going to divide the data itself, and we are going to send the data for the specified range. Next one is wireless local loop, or WLL or WILL, wireless local loop. It means to serve the subscribers at home or office. Normally in a home we'll set up one local network. In home we'll set up wireless network, that is actually known as WLL or WILL. In WLL service, the telephone provided is expected to be good in as wired phone. Whenever if you are using, for example, in a home we use a Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is used to connect multiple devices. Then that is actually known as WLL. That is actually known as WLL. But if you are using the WLL, telephone should be expected with a good wired phone. We have to use landline or broadband connection is required. Then it is voice quality must be high. If you use the WLL, then voice quality must be high. The subscriber carrying a long conversation. Sometimes if you use a subscriber will use for long conversation and should not irritated by the other, or you should not irritated by the quality. Normally if you use the WLL, the signal quality should be more, then it should not affected by the signal quality. Must be able to use speaker phones, codeless phones or parallel phones. If you use the WLL, that should allow to connect the speaker phones, codeless phones and also parallel phones. Next one is GPRS, General Packet Radio Service. General Packet Radio Service. GPRS is used for wireless communication using a mobile device. GPRS used for wireless communication using a mobile device. With the service, you can access the internet and send emails and large data, download games and watch movies. So all the internet operation can be done using the GPRS, and it is used in 2G network. Second generation network we were using the GPRS. When you reach to 3G network, when we are reached to 3G network, we are using one more type that is known as EDGE. EDGE, EDGE. EDGE is a new air interface. It is mainly developed to specifically to meet the bandwidth needs of 3G. Whenever 3G network is there, some bandwidth are there. To reach the particular bandwidth range, we are using the device known as EDGE. EDGE means Enhanced Data Rates for Global Evolution. Enhanced Data Rates for Global Evolution, that is known as EDGE. And it is a radio-based high-speed mobile data standard. It is a radio-based high-speed mobile data standard and is mainly used for 3G. It allows data transmission with the speed of 384 kbps. We are using data transmission at the speed of 384 kbps, kilobytes per second. EDGE was formerly called GSM 384. Normally it is called GSM 384 because 384 is the speed. It is used in GSM technology. This means its maximum bit rate is 48 kbps per time slot. But time slot 48 kbps. Total is 384 kbps. EDGE is considered an intermediate step in the evolution of 3G. So it is used in the 3G network. And nowadays we are using 4G network. In the 4G network we are using Olight. Olight is we are using in 4G network. Then EDGE is in 3G network. In 2G network we are using the GPRS. So we reached the end of session today. In this session we discussed about wireless and mobile computing and some terms we are using in mobile computing: GSM, CDMA, TDMA and wireless local loop and all. So I'll wind up my session today. Thank you.